What's up everyone, my name is Joris, welcome back to my finance channel. Being financially free creates peace of mind. Not having to worry about when the next paycheck will come in to pay for all your bills, your mortgages and other debt is a real freeing feeling. Striving towards financial freedom should be common knowledge and a common goal. Unfortunately, it is not. People are still too easily influenced by others. People try to keep up with the Jonases, waste their money and buy useless items on credit. It is time to stop. Instead, people should like this video for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to my channel to become financially educated. This knowledge is invaluable and freely accessible online, so do use it. Unfortunately, there is no way to get wealthy overnight, unless you are extremely lucky and have taken a lot of risk. Reaching financial freedom is not hard, however, it just takes a lot of time and dedication. Often, people don't want to start working towards their financial safety net, since their retirement is still so far away and there's time to spare, and the money they have right now is better spent on whatever they want at this moment. So why put away your money that you won't use for the next 30 or even 40 years because you need to live right now? Retirement is a concern for later. You do need that Starbucks coffee right now. Instant gratification is an easy way out, and it's a major problem in today's society. You can easily spend all of your money while you're watching the TV. Your monthly wages are gone in just a few days if you don't take care. Sure, the money will be spent on something you enjoy doing or enjoy having for a while, but these actions will actually set you back further on your journey towards financial freedom and your peace of mind, of course. Depending on what you have bought, a good feeling can last up to a few hours, a few days, or sometimes even a few months. But eventually it will fade, and the anxiety of the financial struggles, they will return. Of course, unless you plan for your future. Unless you draw out a clear strategy to escape the so-called rat race and you make sure that you don't have to work for your money anymore, but that your money starts working for you. Financial freedom can be summarized in a very small and short definition. You are financially free if your yearly passive income surpasses your yearly spending, meaning your investments will provide you with enough liquidity to further pay off said investments, to provide for your living expenses, and to have ample margin to spend money as you wish. There are a few stages in financial freedom, and they all depend on what expenses you want covered by your investment income. Some people define themselves as financially free if their living expenses are covered, only their living expenses. Some add a yearly holiday budget to the equation, and even some only consider themselves financially free if they don't have to look at their spending whatsoever. They can go on holidays, they can spend whatever they want, whenever they want, and never really have to look at their budget or bank account, since their passive income will provide them with what they need. Everyone will have to decide for themselves how far they want to go on this scale from not free at all to completely free. Every step you want to take is harder, it takes more time, effort and certain sacrifices, and sometimes the journey will be lasting for years or even decades. But once the journey is started, the progress will be exponential. Wherever you decide to place your goal, there's only one thing you need to take into account. Make sure your passive income surpasses your expenses. The first and easiest step people take is to take a look at their expenses, and they start lowering them where they can. This is great. It creates awareness about personal finances, about all your expenses, and makes people consider those expenses before the money is actually spent. After that, people start looking into how much they earn every month. They could ask for a raise or they could switch jobs to rise this income. Those steps are rather easy, but won't prove to be useful if you don't do something with the money you are freeing up. The next step is considerably harder, especially when you're just starting out. Using the money you saved and earned, and make sure that it in turn starts generating you more money in the future. You need to understand that your money earns more money, only if it's used correctly. If you spend your money on discretionary items, it won't hold its value over time, let alone make you money. But if you invest it in assets, it will start to generate passive income. The most common option for assets are the stock market, real estate, investment cars, art, and so on. A few years ago, I started my journey to financial freedom. I am well on my way now, and we'll see where we get in a few years. My ultimate goal is to be financially free and have all my expenses covered by passive income. My living expenses, a big budget for travels every year, and more. I never want to worry about spending too much money again. My current goal is to achieve most of my passive income via rental income, since I consider it to be a bit more stable than the returns on the stock market over time. Between now and the next 5 to 10 years, I will be buying more apartments and houses whenever and wherever I can. All this while paying down the mortgages to the point where my outstanding mortgage payments are fully covered by the rental income, preferably with a positive cash flow that keeps growing. If you have a fixed interest rate, the great thing here is that your monthly payments will never change over time. But your rental income does rise over time. A 700 per month rental income in 2018 has risen to 725 euros per month in 2021, just by the indexation, with the same tenants. Multiply that difference with all the doors you have under management and it does start adding up. Apart from that, when a tenant eventually leaves, I will relist the property at a slightly higher price than I am renting it out right now. There is still a bit of margin there, so over time I will do so. I am sure about the amount of monthly payments I have to make, but my income over time from the rental properties will rise over time. Another point with real estate is I can always refinance my mortgages and lengthen the loans. With longer loans, I don't have to pay off as much every month. I'm currently looking into this as well, and I will keep you updated when I have some major news there. By lengthening your loans, your monthly payments drop considerably, but your overall paid interest will rise a lot. Then the old question arises, does it really matter? In my opinion, it doesn't. Since your tenants are paying off your mortgage and interest, you are using other people's money to pay off your mortgage. If your rent barely covers payments, that's fine. But on the other hand, if you lengthen your loans, interest will of course rise over time, but your monthly payments will drop. That way you will have more positive cash flow every month, and that can be used in other investments or paying down your mortgage quickly. I will talk about this in the future when I am able to do this on a deal again. So my plan for the future is to invest more in real estate and get this rental income flowing. Once properties are starting to get close to being paid off, the real cash flow will start to come. And at that point, I will be more than financially free. I will also invest in the stock market, but not per se for the returns, but more because of diversification reasons. The returns on the stock market are considerably lower than my current real estate returns. The risk compared to the returns is higher in the real estate, but it is a risk I am willing to take at the moment. The future might change things, and at that time I can always transfer one investment to the other. Once I have a nice real estate portfolio and I can start actively investing more and more in the stock market, I will also try to venture towards other types of investing. Art, classic cars, private equity, and others are definitely high on my interest list. But we'll see what the future brings. So keep an eye on the channel and maybe you'll see where we're going. So tell me, what is your plan to invest? How will you earn your passive income? Do you concur with the real estate plans I'm having, or do you want to stick to the stock markets? Let me know in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like for the YouTube algorithm and to subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. I thank you very much for watching, and if you want to keep watching more of my finance videos, I have selected a few and you can start watching them by clicking them right here. Again, thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next one.